Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about taking charge of your life. This is a time that people are literally taking charge of their lives because they know that life, it does not have any warranty. You have no guarantees, and you have to take charge. What do you want to do with your life? People are rethinking their lives. What do you look like? What does your life look like? How do you want to do life after this? That now we have to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to find peace, to build stronger relationships, stronger family ties, to turn to each other rather than on each other, to stay focused on some goal, some skill that we can develop, something that we want to do, some impact we want to make with our lives, rather than just running scared. We're here to do a work, the greater work. You have something special. You got greatness in you, and you have to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to find out what is that greater work. What does that look like? And let me be about my Father's business. Let me be engaged in doing something, and this is what people want. The reason that many people who've been told, oh, you don't have to come in now, and then they said, okay, you can come on in now, it's safe, and there are people saying, no, they said, I want to do something that's me, and that's a good thing. Doing something that's you. It's unthinkable for some of you saying, I don't want to die a life doing something 40 hours a week or 60 hours a month. That's not me. I want to do something that resonates with me, with my heart, with the things that I know that I have within myself to do, but through procrastination, through fear, through being in a toxic, negative environment, through my not having confidence in myself. And I know about that. For 14 years, I didn't do what I'm doing because I didn't believe in me. I didn't have the confidence because I don't have a college education. I didn't think that I can compete with people with PhDs and MBAs. And being labeled educable, mentally retarded, and put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade, and failed again at the 8th grade at Booker T. Washington High School in Miami, Florida, where Michael Baptiste is from. I did not think that I had the ability to do what I'm doing. And so here's what I'm challenging you to do. Number one, get a larger vision of yourself. I want you to live from where you see yourself going. Did you hear what I said? Live from that place. See where you're going. See yourself being there and experiencing what that's like. He said, I'll give you all your eyes can see. You want to focus on where you are going. And yes, there are things going on around us. Yes, there are going to be other viruses, but don't allow the corrosion of a virus of lack of vision to take your life away. You want to hold a vision of where you're going and what you want out of life. Most people are just trying to get through life. You want to have a mindset of what you want to get out of life because you can, and because that's why we are here. The other thing is, you got to upgrade your skill set. That in order to live the kind of life that you envision for yourself, you got to ask yourself the question, what is it I have going for me? And in my case, I looked at myself and I had to ask, what is it you have going for you? What is it that people compliment you on? What is it that comes to you naturally? What is it that you could do it and it's no big deal, but you do it well? I've had people say, you know what? What? You ought to be a comedian. I said, why? Because you're funny. Who else talks to a squirrel at 77? Well, you leave Tyrone out of this, okay? There are people around you that see some stuff and they have some value. Perhaps it's no big deal to you because it's you. And you can monetize that. This is the time. This is an entrepreneur's dream. Why? Because you want to have the mindset of getting your piece of the pie. Write down, what's my piece of the pie? See, money has not left the planet. And some of that money that's out here, it's got your name on it. There's some products, there's some ideas, there's some inventions. There's some stuff in you that you can monetize. And you want to think about that. What is it that I got going for me? What is it I'm bringing to the table? That's what you want to do. What is it that you're known for, that you're good at? and something that you enjoy so much, you'll do it for nothing, but you do it so well that people will pay you to do it. We know that life has no guarantee. Life, it's uncertain. Life, it's unpredictable. Life, it's coming for us every day. It's saying, I ain't playing with you. It's going to take us out. One way or the other, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Nobody's figured out how to get out of here alive. So you want to live life now. You don't want to die an unlived life. You want to have the kind of courage that Michael Baptiste has. Just get a one-way ticket somewhere and figure it out. Didn't even know how to speak the Thai language and went there and set up camp. Come on now. As a bad young brother up in here. And life is about walking by faith and not by sight. It's about taking a chance on you. You are the money. You are the people worry about, that we can't find enough people to work on the jobs that's available. You know why? Because they don't want to do those jobs. They want and are looking for something that's them. That's what's happening with the majority of people. They're reflecting on their lives and they're asking themselves, does this work for me? Is this me? And if the answer is no, then do you. Don't die an unlived life. Take a chance on you. Oh, but Les, I don't have any money. Okay. Find somebody who's got some money that will invest in you. Find something that you love so much, that's your passion, that you master, that you are so good at it that you can't be ignored, and that you can attract some investors. But I don't know how to do it. You don't have to know how to do it. Leap and grow your wings on the way down. You don't have to know. Figure it out or get somebody to help you. Two heads are better than one. Come on, anybody can come up with excuses. Life is not about excuses. Life is about results. It's that kind of place where we are right now. This is a strange place. I say this every day. And I'm saying to you, the future belongs to those who create it. That's what's going to happen. What you create. That's what's going to happen for you and for the people that you love and for the people that you care about. That when you bet on you, when you decide, wait a minute, I'm going to try something differently, but I don't know how to do it. Learn. I didn't know how to do what I'm doing now, but I was willing to focus my time, my effort. I was willing to invest in myself. I was willing to find someone that was doing it on the level that I wanted to do it. And I said, hey, Mike Williams, who wrote the book, The Road to Your Best Stuff. Hey, would you teach me? He said, are you willing to put your money where your mouth is? Yeah, I want to do that. So as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, you are the money. Bet on you. Invest in you. Increase your value. And don't put it off because the clock is ticking. It's ticking. There goes a second. There goes another second. There goes another second. And all the power in the world can't bring it back. Life ain't playing with us. And so we should be serious. This conversation is not for everybody. This is for people who know that life is serious, who want to live before they die, who don't want to die an unlived life. This conversation is for people who want to see the world before they leave the world. This conversation is for people who say, I'm not mentally fit to work for somebody doing something that's not me for the rest of my life. This conversation is for somebody who said, I'm going to do what I can with what I have. This conversation ain't for everybody because most people are spectators. What do you mean by that, Les? Most people are fans. The reason that you're listening to me is because you've said, I want more. Many of you are in relationships that's already reached its expiration date and just have not conjured up the courage to say, I'm tired of dying with you. I want to do something else. I'll never forget, I was in Chicago and I used to go there and do motivational events at Christ Universal Temple Church. And there was a couple that always came to see me. And I saw this guy sitting on one side and his wife seated on the other. And I said, hey man, why aren't you seated with your wife? And he said, she left me. I said, she left me? He said, yes. She said that she didn't want to be with me anymore. She left the relationship. I said, oh man. I said, I'm sorry to hear that. And so I went over and I talked to her for a little while. I said, what's up? I don't mean to get in your business up in here, but I'm going to get in here. Y'all used to come here together. Why'd you leave him? And she said, he didn't want anything. That's why. He didn't want anything. I wanted more than what we had. And he was fine with what we had. And I wasn't willing to settle for what we had. Why should we settle for fine when we can do great? You said we have greatness in you. Okay, fantastic. Let's live a great life, not just come here and hear Les Brown and go home and do the same thing. He didn't want anything. So that's why I left. Wow. And there's some value in that. And I'm not trying to break up relationships, but when you're around somebody that they don't want anything, it affects you. They don't have any goals. They don't have any dreams. They're not reaching for anything. They're not learning. They're not on a path of self-awareness. They don't have something that's in their mind, in their heart. If they don't have some obsession of something they want to do with their lives, that energy that they have, it's flat. It doesn't inspire you. It doesn't encourage you. You're not bringing out the greatness in each other. That's dangerous. The virus of mediocrity. That's dangerous because you're already dead. You're living a life that's not worthwhile. And so this is a time where first we got to work on our mind. We got to decide what with this time that I have left, what is it that I want to do? How is it that I can find some meaning and significance and I don't want to live a fear-driven life. No, I want to enjoy life. I want to travel. I want to be able to live a life that counts, that matters.